This week on the Danny Brown Show.
So it's kind of cushy and you can jump off a roof and land in the dumpster. Now that is cool.
Oh my God. All right. Next. For the most part, Steve-O bummed me out about it. He made me feel like a loser. and I really just, I'm at a loss of words. So I guess we'll get out of here.
It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go. It's the Danny Brown Show. Sit back, relax, you already know why you make studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. We about to get live. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, Joe? Coming to y'all live from Austin, Texas, here at Wild Mate Studios. It's the Danny Brown Show. I got the Booth Boys with me. How y'all fellas doing?
Yo,
great.
What's up,
Good
man?
to see you, Danny.
Yeah, good to see y'all too. You always know it's a great time when I'm hanging out with y'all, man. I got none other than a legend, Steve-O, in the building. How you doing, brother?
Hanging tough, bro. Hanging tough.
Same here, man. Yeah, man. I was able to check the special out yesterday.
All right, dude. Thanks, man.
Yes, it's really great. I mean, I was a fan of Jackass and all that stuff, man. Just to see you out here still doing that shit, man, is amazing. But I would say for me, what I loved about it the most, it's really a love story, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
For the most part, man, your girl love the fuck out you, man, because ain't no goddamn way.
Yeah, that's for sure, man.
Like, to find someone like that, man, that's definitely a match made in heaven, man. Like, she really holds you down, man, so.
She does, man. We've been together for almost 7 years now, and I've never doubted if I want to be with this woman.
Mm-hmm.
I've doubted if I really wanted to get married. You know, like, I think that's kind of normal. You get, like, nervous about, like, damn, I'm going to be married. But, and check this out, dude. I thought that, like, you know, have you ever heard of common law marriage?
Yeah.
You know, like, at a certain point, it's just, you're just married.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
And I was sure that 7 years, I thought 7 years was like, that's when you're common law married. And this whole time I was like, man, I'm coming up on 7 years. I'm going to be married whether I like it or not. And I was having thoughts like, I don't know if I like it, you know, but I don't want to not be with my girl. I want to be with her. Mm-hmm. And then I learned that actually California is not even a common law marriage state at all. And I'm so glad that I learned that, because now I'm actually going to get married on purpose.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
You know, like,
yeah.
I totally want to marry her.
Texas is fucking common law. They got my ass.
Oh,
God
yeah?
damn it. Yeah.
How long you been in Texas?
I've been here almost 3 years now.
Almost 3 years. So how long you been with your lady?
It's been over 5.
Okay, but the common law is not going to kick in.
Until, I got some time then. That's right.
I mean, that, like is you're from Detroit. Mm-hmm. Is Michigan a common law state?
I think so too.
But I wonder if those time periods do credits transfer?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, you can't tell her that, so that is what it is, man. But yeah,
I mean, you know what? Like, I don't even care. Like, I love my girl so goddamn much, and I'm really, really happy that I'm going to marry her on purpose.
Yeah, that's a great thing, man. I really feel the same way about my girl, man. But yeah, man, as someone that recently I've just now started my journey with sobriety.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, I'm just now reached about 7 months after 10 years of fucking hardcore drinking and drugging, man. So
what's the DOC? And for people who don't know, that means drug of choice.
For me, it was, I mean, for what I really went for was blow.
Blow?
And, you know, drinking, alcohol. I mean, they work hand in hand, to be honest. But
they do, man. They really do. I remember in my day, if I had a drink, you know, a couple drinks, then I just was, where's the Coke at? Where's the Coke at? And if I had a line of Coke, then I'm just like, good, I need a drink to take the edge off.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
They totally go hand in hand. And people talk about, like, California sober.
No, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And as a person, I love weed. Like, weed was I've been smoking weed since I was like 13 years old. And like I said, my intentions was to stop alcohol and blow and shit. And pills, I mean, once you get on that level, man, it's anything is
Right.
to go. But once I went to rehab and just learned about so much of where my underlying trauma was that was causing me to do the things that I was doing, it was like everything was out the window. Like I don't even smoke cigarettes anymore.
There you go, man. Cigarettes are really, really dumb. Like I get it with the weed. I get it with the weed, and I love it too, man. Like I get upset when I smell weed because number one, because I'm smelling it, like I'm breathing it in, like it's coming into my body.
Yeah.
It's like drugs coming into my body, which is really scary to me. And I love the smell of it. And like, if I'm honest, I wish I could smoke weed, man. I love weed,
Yeah, me
too.
too.
But the whole California sober thing, I mean, the problem for me is that my weed bone is connected to my booze bone.
Yes.
And my booze bone is connected to my coke bone. My coke bone's connected to my pill bone, and it's all bets are off. So if you're trying to quit one thing, then, you can't do a patchwork of sobriety, man.
But yeah, I would definitely say you were definitely like an inspiration.
Well, thanks, man, and
Thank you, man, like,
congratulations.
for watching you with your journey and everything, man. And it wasn't even like if Steve-O can do it, I know I can
Sure.
type of shit. But it just was like, man, I watch your podcast a lot and just seeing how you talk about it, because it's always been like a scary thing for me to get sober. I felt like I would like maybe lose my creativity or.
Man, a lot of people think that, dude, and it's such nonsense, really.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I strongly believe that I, creatively speaking, run circles around every younger version of myself. Like and that's not even tough to say about like when I was really bad at the end of my drugs and alcohol, man. Like because like I had become pretty pathetic, dude. Like my creativity was pretty whack, like at the end of my run, and I mean like. Yeah, it was bad, but yeah, the thing is, man, that any other disease other than alcoholism and addiction, any other disease, the best you can hope for is to get back to as healthy as you were before you got sick, and then there's us, where when we treat our disease, we become better versions of ourselves than we ever were before. Straight up, man.
Yeah, 'cause that's the crazy part about it, because I found myself to be a lot more patient now when I'm creating. Like before, it was almost just like let me hurry up and do this shit so I can go get fucked up. You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And now it's like I'm actually enjoying the process of just being in the studio or even being on stage. That created like, it became almost like therapy for me, man. And
What do you do on stage?
I do music.
You do music? Mm-hmm. Nice, man. Yeah, it's silly, dude. And for me, like, I remember, because you go into rehab, and they start talking about, oh, you got to have a higher power. You got to have a spiritual life. You got to deflate your ego.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so I got to deflate my ego, be spiritual. Like, how does that fit with being Steve-O from Jackass? Like, how am I going to be an attention whore? Look at me, without an ego. Like, how am I going to be spiritual when I'm like, watch me fuck myself up? Like, and like the reality is that I didn't know, and the only thing I was sure about was that I had to make recovery the number one priority.
Yeah.
And in doing that, that's the thing, man. When we make recovery our number one priority, always, everything else is going to sort itself out.
Yeah. I think just the hardest thing for me, which I wouldn't say it's necessarily been hard, is just like hanging out with the normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just take myself out of the environments and the situation. So I've pretty much just been boring.
Well, dude, like for me, it was that's really what helped me like start this awesome career with stand-up comedy. Was that, I mean, I had tried stand-up a couple times, just sort of pretty randomly, and I was like, man, I'd love to get into that, but I was scared. And then after I got clean and sober, like you said, like hanging out in the bar or the nightclub, just putting myself in a situation where everybody's just getting loaded and that's like what they're doing. That didn't make any sense. So I stopped going to nightclubs. I stopped going to bars. And what I started doing, because there was actually a reason for me to do it, was go out to the comedy club.
Yeah.
And I'd be, you know, I mean, sure, people are drinking there too, but I had a legit reason to be there because I'm checking out the show. And so I would be sitting in that comedy club and I'd be looking at that stage and I was thinking, man, like I should be on there. And it was just nagging at me. And I finally did it. And it's turned into something awesome.
Wow, man, that's great. All right, man, we're jumping into some of these ex-Dannys, man. You can always hit me up at Danny. That's Danny at The Danny Brown Show. Danny at The Danny Brown Show. First up, we got Pandora's Blue Box.
Ask Danny.
Hi, Danny. Did Viagra ever fuck your shit up? I'm thinking about taking some to really give a lady a crazy time, but it's not worth it. I'll just stay regular. I'm 24, so I don't want my shit to be ruined. Love you, Greg. Yeah, man, you way too young to be fucking around with Viagra because it's almost just like anything else, man. Once you come, I look at it like a performance enhancement, anything, and you don't want to get your brain triggered to really feeling like you need that shit, especially at such a young age. Now, don't get me wrong, it will do what it's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I don't think at 24 you should be fucking around with Viagra, man. You definitely gonna fuck your dick up using that shit, man.
Wow. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, man. I seen you really did something special. I don't know if I can really talk too much about it, but I guess but the skyjacking,
Yeah.
skyjacking seems like a very great time, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely took performance enhancing.
Yeah, I know. That's what made me think about it. It was like, man.
Yeah.
But that seems like a very great time, man. So
it was a good time, man. I had to pleasure myself, you know, and I had to get it done with another man strapped to my back while I was butt naked in an airplane full of dudes. And then I had to like actually complete the job simultaneously while I fell out of the airplane. And so yeah, man, like I needed a portable DVD player and I needed some enhancement.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next up, we got Poppers. Hi, Danny. Speaking on behalf of all trans people, we love you and you love your music. So the question is, how do you feel about sniffing poppers? I love poppers. Poppers could be a great time, but it's just like anything else, man. It's a fucking inhalant, man. So it's a fucking, I guess that could be considered a drug. You ever fucked around with some poppers?
I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure what poppers are. Like, can you give me a more scientific name for it? It's not nitrous.
I guess it would be considered poppers. It's
alkyl nitrites.
Yeah.
All right. I mean,
makes your booty hole loose.
Is it loose or is it tight? I thought it was like it tightens it up.
It makes it looser, but that should make you horny as fuck.
I mean, it sounds to me like it being an inhalant.
Yes, an inhalant. Definitely, you'll have a fucking headache and some more shit the next day.
It sounds like that is, would be a relapse for us.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just, yes, it's a party drug in some sense too. Like the motherfuckers be at the fucking nightclubs and shit, sniffing them poppers, getting crazy and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a great time, but I can't fuck around with that shit in my sobriety. You know what I'm saying?
Right, for sure. But so, and where the question was,
how do I feel about sniffing poppers?
Yeah, I mean, we can't.
Yeah.
but when it comes to any mind-altering substance, people ask me, how do I feel about it? I think that the appropriate answer is that I just can't have it. You know, I'm not mad at any of these substances.
No.
And like if I was diabetic, I wouldn't be mad at sugar. I wouldn't give a fuck if you're eating Snickers bars, but I'm just diabetic, so I can't have it.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's
so enjoy your poppers, man.
Yeah, like
enjoy your
way,
poppers.
like how I love weed, but I know I can't fucking fuck with that shit.
Yeah. Now, if there are like long-term negative effects,
I'm pretty sure it
poppers.
is. If you're doing that shit every fucking day or some shit, like definitely it's got to be something that fucks your head up. I mean, I think it definitely does something to your brain.
Yeah. And I mean, if people are like 600 pounds and they're eating like a case of Snickers bars every day, that's probably a problem too.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got hoes. Yo, Danny and the Booth Boys, what's up? Why do so many of us men feel the need to come inside of objects? I hear about it all the time online. The cum sock, the cum jar, the cum box, and so on. Other day I was making breakfast, a fire-ass grilled cheese. I used the last piece of the bread, and I swear to God, I caught myself looking twice at the empty bread bag with the little devil was asking for it. It's just a normal thing, or should I log off the internet? Thank you. Definitely log off the internet. You've been spending a little too much time in the goon cave. You need to get out and touch some grass. But me personally, man, I'm like I like to come in air. I like to see my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
I've never, ever had a desire to ejaculate into an object.
Yeah, that's never been my thing either. I mean, the hand is great enough. I mean, I don't know. I never really looked at any object like, oh, that'd be great to fuck. You know?
With that said, I could not be more happy that I got a vasectomy.
Yeah, I've seen that. Well, I've seen it and I turned away. I didn't know. I didn't. Yeah, your dick is out a lot in this film.
Yeah, the vasectomy like allows for my lady and I to be on the hump and dump plan all month long, 12 months a year. And that's a beautiful thing. That is an object that I do want to evacuate myself into.
Yeah, I guess that's a lot different, but yeah. just fucking the grilled cheese, man. That's almost like that's a crime almost, man. Like they need to lock your ass up. You know
yeah, let's not be.
That's sexual assault on food, man. They, you know, like, all right, we're gonna spin the wheel. Let's see what we got.
You're not mad at me if I put my feet up?
No, do your thing.
Yeah, cool, man, cool. Spin the wheel.
Yeah. Dumpster diving. I mean, I've never really been homeless, so this is not something that I really know about, but I guess it's just, I mean, the motherfuckers got to eat, so they got to do their thing, man, but that is the nastiest shit in the world to me, man, just to find a half-eaten sandwich. Like, I can't eat after people anyway, and imagine it's a half-eaten sandwich that's been there for days, and you just jump in a fucking dumpster, and you feel like you hit the lottery, like, oh shit, there's a slice of pizza in here, and just... But I guess if you're hungry, man, you'll get your drastic measures, man. You'll do what you fucking have to do, man. But
yeah, I don't get it too much either. But I do know that when I was homeless for 3 years in the 90s after I dropped out of college, and my trick would be to go to Denny's. Like crowded Denny's, like, late at night after the bars, whatever. I'd be just so hungry, dude. I would roll in there, and I would help them out with bussing tables. You know, like people get up and they leave, but they didn't finish their food. I get there before the busboy, and and I finish their food.
Oh shit!
You know.
That almost sounds like a crime too.
Yeah, I mean, it's dude, definitely got the job done. You got a big packed restaurant. The food, like, it's still good.
Yeah.
It's way better than coming out of a dumpster.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, dumpster diving. That's like black belt homeless motherfucker shit. It sounds like you was still.
Dumpster diving to me is more of an acrobatic sport. You know, like you dive into the dumpster. you know, like that's cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you find a good rooftop, and you got like big, fluffy garbage bags that are all tied up, and it's in there, so it's kind of cushy, and you can jump off a roof and land in the dumpster. Now that is cool.
Oh my God! All right, next. All right, we'll jump into some white people shit. All right, we got
White people shit.
Something's fishy. What up, though? Me and my wife are extreme internet consumers, and we stumbled across a rabbit hole of people cooking food in a dishwasher, specifically salmon. So we got to know, are we tripping, or is this definitely some white people shit? Nick, no, that's not white people shit. That's just a nasty motherfucker for you, man. I have actually seen this because I'm a extreme internet consumer myself. And so I've seen people cooking shit in the dishwasher, and that's just, yeah, man, that's like I mean, that's one step from homeless, if you ask me.
Presumably they're running the dishwasher without soap.
Yeah.
So they're basically just steaming shit in there.
Yeah, but that's just, I mean, I don't know, man. Salmon out the dishwasher is not something on my to-do list. I would definitely say that, man. I mean, like, motherfucker, if you got a working dishwasher, you got a working stove. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, look at that shit. That shit, I mean, yeah, I don't know, man.
You know,
I definitely know niggas ain't doing this shit, so this might be some white people shit, man, to be honest.
I think that...
I mean, you eat some nasty shit, so I can you would be tripping.
I mean, this isn't something that I would be interested in doing just for the sake of it, but I could see where, like, making just a little TikTok video out of seeing how it actually works could be like, that could be a good little piece of content.
Just for the content. God damn it, man. Look at the world coming to.
Yeah.
I'm not eating no soggy ass salmon, man. That's just not what I'm about to do. I
Salmon
mean,
in a dishwasher, and this chick looks pretty legit. She's got an apron on.
Yeah, she fucking putting raisins in the fucking spaghetti. I already know what's going on with this bitch. I ain't got time for that, man. She fucking up Thanksgiving. She bring her dish to fucking green bean casserole. Nobody want that shit. All right.
Oh, wow.
man.
She put a GoPro in the dishwasher to show it running inside. That's
Content,
cool,
man. That's where we at in
Yeah.
the world, man. Everything's for the content, man. That shit looks
And
disgusting.
like, it comes out good, man.
Fuck that, man. Fuck
Yeah.
that. I mean, salmon is one of those you can eat raw in some sense, you know, because I love like the when you go to like the bagel and lox and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I love that shit. So
Yeah, but that's like smoked salmon.
Yeah.
You can't smoke shit in the dishwasher.
I mean, shit. God damn it. All right. Next up, we got animal heads. Hi, Danny. Growing up, my dad had this big ass ram head hanging on the wall in the living room for years. My mom hated it and thought it was tacky as shit, but she still kept it up for a long time. Is this some white people shit, or do black people also get taxidermy animals in their homes? Big fan of the show and the pie. Peace, Daniel. No, taxidermy is just some beautiful artistic shit. I definitely I used to have a taxidermy spot not too far from my crib in Royal Oak, and I definitely used to go through there and just look up some shit. I actually bought a big ass fucking deer head that I used to have on my wall. That shit was dope, man. Like but they it's a lot of weird animals that you wouldn't believe that they fucking taxidermy and shit, man.
Dude, in the early days of Jackass when it was on MTV, Johnny Knoxville brought this elderly lady into like these taxidermy businesses. And he told them, he was like, hey, with all hidden cameras, so they had no idea. And he says, this is my grandmother, Dorothy, and you know, sadly she doesn't have much longer with us. And we were just wondering if you could stuff and mount her.
That's just so fucked up.
That was the
man.
funniest fucking thing, because these people, the lady's standing right there.
Yeah, I know.
And these people are like, I don't even know if that's legal. And then like they kept going, they went to a few of them until they got a goddamn quote.
And they was down to do it.
They said, I think we could do this. Said it would be tricky, but I think we could do it for $20,000. And the lady was standing right there.
That is fucking hilarious. That is
So fucking funny. That might be my favorite hidden camera thing that was ever done for Jackass.
I've seen a few of those videos of like motherfuckers from the hood and shit. They, at the funerals and shit, they had a motherfucker sitting up like he's still playing PlayStation and shit in his normal clothes
wow.
and that kind of shit. Like that's almost like hood taxidermy or some shit. But yeah, it was weird to me because you would see them like they got fucking squirrels. They have all type of animals that you would never think like, why the fuck you want to taxidermy that shit?
What would you think if you had your pet dog?
No,
and
I
you just
can't do
love
that.
You love your dog and
I
you want to
can't do
always
that.
have it.
I can't do that, man. Like
Yeah, that would be weird.
You know, I really have a close connection just to see that motherfucker every day and still there. And
Right.
That would be heartbreaking to me more so than anything.
But check this out. My girl just had somebody reach out saying that that they can make your dog, forget about the taxidermy, they just preserve the skeleton. So it's like the skeleton. Bring that up, dude.
No,
like
I can't do
it's
that.
people have the skeleton of their dog like sitting there.
I'm down for cloning my dog. I would definitely do a cloning.
I'm kind of tempted, dude. Like people have their dog like The actual dog. Yeah,
That would just make me sad. That would make me sad
Dude,
every day.
That is just, you don't want
It
to
looks
have
badass, but I just couldn't do that, man. That would hurt my feelings, man. I can't.
Right?
It was just because like time heals all wounds in some sense, and I feel like seeing my dog there every day would just give me those memories and shit, and it would just bum me out, man. That my girl ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, nah, man, I can't do that.
Dude, Danny, let me take a moment to compliment the way that your podcast is produced. I mean, I'm looking at like the skeletons of the dogs coming up behind us. They've got this cool, it's always a cool background. Like, dude, this YMH Studios is doing you right.
Yeah, shouts out to the Booth Boys, man. They don't get enough credit, man. These motherfuckers work long hours, man, producing a lot of shows, man. So they really the fucking backbone of this shit, man. So I give all credit to the Booth Boys, man.
Is there any money left over for you, Danny?
Huh?
Is there any money left over for
Fuck
you?
no.
I'm guessing there's probably not that much money left over for the guys in the booth either.
Oh,
it's all
man.
Tom and Christina just running around, getting on private jets, making fun of poor people.
Yep. God damn it. All right. Next up, we got
Everybody's out here fucking busting their ass, making this beautiful art, and dumpster diving. Motherfuckers in the booth are out there fucking busting tables after work.
You know what I'm saying? All right. We got kids for clout. Hey, Danny. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of white girls post pic of mission trips they've been on. The cover pic is always them with some little kid from the country they went to. It seems fine at first, but it also feels like they're using these kids for clout and attention. Do you think this is some white people shit? Much love from Frisco, Texas. Nah, man, that's just some evil motherfucker shit. That ain't really, it's motherfuckers, all races do that kind of shit. That's just, yeah, man, I've seen that shit before too, man. That's just, a lot of people use people pain. They use pain for their monetary gain. You know what I'm saying?
Help
That's
me
something I've never
understand.
been a fan of.
Help me understand, like, how there's clout coming out of.
Because they getting abused as content. They just doing it for content. They're not necessarily doing it for, like, you know, to help motherfuckers. They doing it to help themselves.
Yeah, but dude, children are an expensive pet. I mean, and they also don't fucking tend to.
You got kids, Steve-O?
No, fuck
See,
no.
you know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, I don't want an expensive fucking freeloader.
Oh, God damn it, man.
You know, if people have kids and the kids are super expensive and they're just trying to make some content to feed the motherfuckers, then I don't see an issue with that.
God damn it, man. Spin the wheel. We'll get ready to get up out this motherfucker in a minute, man.
I like the way you guys do this podcast, man.
Game of the Year nominees. Steve-O, you played any video games?
Man, I think that video games are really, really dangerous. I do. I think that people sit there on their fucking ass all day long playing a goddamn video game where their physical health just turns into absolute garbage. Like the human body becomes an actual piece of garbage when you just sit on the sofa fucking all day every day and you're playing these video games. You accomplish literally nothing. I mean, like, and then you've got like a whole, it's almost another level of shit where, like, and then people are just sitting there for hours and hours all day long watching other assholes play video games on YouTube. I don't get it, man. I don't get any of it. And there's also the speculation that video games inspire violence, that like violent. they really said they think that all these shoot 'em up video games are making people into like school shooters or murderers or whatever. And they did a scientific study. I watched a documentary about this on an airplane. Scientific study. The results showed that video game violence does not lead to real life violence. However, it also concluded that playing video games for hours and hours definitely leads to becoming a complete fucking loser.
Oh man, goddamn it.
An absolute fucking waste. And I just feel like, I mean, I know that I know video games are popular, and I know I'm not making a lot of fans for
Yeah,
saying
they gonna call
that.
you a boomer. They definitely calling
Yeah.
you a boomer right now.
I know that I'm doing myself a disservice by making people mad at me for having this opinion. I get it. Like, I don't mean, I'm just kind of trying to be light and fun and lighthearted, but like really, like I genuinely just wish that, you know, that people would live their lives the way they want to have had lived their lives when they're on their deathbed. You know, like, and I also have concern that America's standing in the world as a nation is not being helped by video games. You know, like, so I don't know, man. I mean, whatever. If I upset people, like, I'm sorry. I want people to become accomplished. I want them to be proud of it. I just can't imagine that you're proud of sitting on a fucking sofa playing fucking video games all day.
Well, for me, a person that video games has been part of my life as long as I've been living. It's just another artistic thing to me. It's just like music or movies or anything that someone does, you know, to me. So,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's just a piece of art to me. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
I sit on my ass and watch fucking YouTube, so I'm a loser too. There you go.
That's way worse than video games. But yeah, I can say that, and I'm when I'm sitting around and I'm playing video games for hours and hours on end, I'm definitely depressed. There's definitely something wrong there. If I'm happy and I'm living life and shit, I'm not really playing video games as much. But to answer the question, Game of the Year nominees, I would say definitely Final Fantasy. Of course, the Phantom Liberty DLC. Couple indie games, but for the most part, Steve-O bummed me out about it. He made me feel like a loser. And I really just, I'm at a loss of words. So I guess we'll get out of here. Thank you guys for stopping through. Same time, same channel, man. You got some shit you want to plug, Steve-O?
I just want to say that my bucket list special, it's multimedia. I did the most fucked up shit that I've ever done. And it's shit that I could never have done for Jackass. It's shit that streamers would never fucking show you. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get crazier than ever. I put together this multimedia comedy special. It is wildly fucked up. 5 people passed out at the taping of the show.
That was fucking crazy.
And yeah, man, it's the craziest thing I ever did, and it's at stevo.com, and I encourage everybody to go there and support it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
Dude,
Great
thank you,
having
man.
It was fun.
Again, I really am super impressed by this whole setup, by the way that it's done. I can see on the monitor, like the whole multicam. Like, presumably, the editing is already done because they're editing it in real time. Is that right, guys?
More or less, yeah.
For the most part. We do some other stuff in post, but yeah.
More or less. That's very effective, and the studio and all the staff, I'm sure, is...
Yeah, everyone's great, man. Shouts out to the booth boys, man.
Yeah.
Everybody here.
Appreciate
you. Know what I'm
you.
saying?
Yeah, shouts out, man.
Yeah.
I think it's a great thing you guys got here, and thanks for having me.
No, I love you, motherfuckers. See y'all next week. Same time, same channel. Peace.